Don't skip. Welcome to Psychology Truth, your sanctuary for timeless wisdom blended with modern insight. In today's transformative episode, we're diving deep into a topic that speaks to the heart. How to make someone miss you, not through games or manipulation, but by becoming unforgettable from the inside out. We often chase validation, hoping for a text, longing for a look, waiting for the call that never comes. But what if I told you the real power lies not in their attention, but in your transformation? This isn't just another how-to guide for winning someone back or playing mind games. This is about tapping into the ancient and powerful philosophy of Stoicism, a school of thought that teaches inner mastery, emotional strength, and serene self-reliance. By the end of this video, you won't just understand how to make someone miss you, you'll embody the kind of presence that's impossible to forget. Let's begin our journey with the first principle. 1. Letting go of control and finding real power instead. Have you ever tried to force a situation to go your way? Maybe you overthought every message, replayed every conversation, or constantly refreshed your phone waiting for a reply. Stoic philosophers like Epictetus and Marcus Aurelius warned us, the root of suffering lies in our desire to control what we cannot. At first that sounds like surrender, but it's actually a blueprint for freedom. The Stoics didn't believe in becoming passive. They taught us to focus all our effort, energy and emotion into the only domain we truly own, our inner world, our thoughts, our actions, our values. That's where our true influence begins. When you stop obsessing over what they think or how they act, and instead focus on how you show up, something incredible happens. You develop a grounded magnetic presence. You're no longer a reactor. You're a creator. Imagine the peace of showing up to a relationship not as someone desperate for attention, but as someone full with love, presence, and calm. This shift doesn't push people away, it draws them in. People are instinctively drawn to those who don't need them, but choose them freely. So, let go of the need to control the outcome. Let go of trying to win someone back, make them text you, or prove your worth. Focus on your own evolution, and the rest will follow. Remember, the more we release what we can't control, the more powerful we become over what truly matters. 2. Self-growth. Over external validation, build a life that speaks for itself. Let's be real. In the age of likes, follows, and validation loops, it's easy to believe that our worth is determined by how others respond to us. A text that goes unanswered feels like rejection. A date that never follows up feels like failure. But what if none of that defined you? The Stoics believed in living life from the inside out, not the other way around. In other words, your worth doesn't rise and fall based on someone else's attention. Your value is rooted in your virtue, discipline, and dedication to personal excellence. Here's the paradox. When you stop chasing validation, you become remarkably more attractive. You become a person of substance, a person others want to understand, connect with, and remember. Why? Because you're no longer shaped by the noise of the world. You're anchored. And here's the thing. When someone walks away from your life, it's natural to want them to miss you. But rather than trying to spark that longing through attention-seeking behaviors or emotional pleas, what if you let your growth do the talking? Focus on becoming healthier mentally and physically. Learn new skills that excite and challenge you. Surround yourself with people and environments that uplift you. Reconnect with your purpose. When you do this, you're no longer the same person they left. You're stronger, sharper, whole. And when they look back, they'll see not someone who waited around, but someone who grew. As Marcus Aurelius said, waste no more time arguing what a good man should be. Be one. 3. emotional resilience and inner peace become your own safe space. Let's talk about emotions. They're real, they're raw, and in love, they can often feel overwhelming. When someone pulls away, it can stir a storm inside: anxiety, sadness, frustration. We analyze, we replay, we spiral. But here's what the Stoics taught us. You don't have to be a slave to your emotions. You can observe them without being ruled by them. That doesn't mean you become cold or numb. On the contrary, you become deeply aware. You learn to sit with the sadness, acknowledge the longing, but then choose how you respond. When you respond with wisdom instead of impulse, you stop chasing, you stop reacting to their every move, and you regain emotional power. Think about it. Isn't the person who maintains peace during chaos the one we respect the most? Think about it. Isn't the person who maintains peace during chaos the one we respect the most? When you become emotionally resilient, you become a lighthouse in the storm, not just for yourself, but for others. That kind of presence, that kind of stillness in a noisy world, it's unforgettable. So the next time someone disappoints you, leaves you hanging or walks away, don't beg, don't argue. Breathe, reflect, and rise. Let your emotional discipline speak louder than any message you could send. 4. Creating a meaningful life, beyond love, towards legacy. Here's the final piece. You want someone to miss you? Then live a life that's impossible to ignore. The Stoics didn't spend their time obsessing over relationships. They were busy building legacies, embodying virtues, and contributing to the greater good. They asked themselves, what am I here for? What impact do I want to leave? Am I aligned with my deepest values? When you wake up every day with intention, you radiate purpose. You're no longer trying to win someone back. You're too focused on living a life filled with meaning, whether that means creating art, serving your community, building your career, traveling the world, or simply being present with family and friends. And guess what? People miss what they can't replace. When you're on a mission, when you walk with confidence, speak with clarity, and lead with values, you leave an imprint. Not because you tried to, but because you lived fully. As Seneca once wrote, as long as you live, keep learning how to live. So live fully, love deeply, but never lose yourself in the process. Conclusion. Be so rooted that missing you becomes inevitable. Let's bring it home. The desire to be missed, to be valued, to be remembered, it's human. But instead of seeking that through neediness, manipulation, or overextension, let's turn inward. Let's adopt the timeless principles of Stoicism and live from a place of strength, not scarcity. By releasing our need to control, focusing on self-growth, cultivating emotional resilience, and building a life of meaning. We don't just become people who are missed, we become people who are respected, admired, and cherished. Not everyone will understand your journey. Some may even walk away. But those who do look back will see someone they can't help but feel drawn to again. So, if you want to be missed, don't chase. Transformation. Become so whole, so evolved, so rooted in purpose that your absence is felt not because of drama, but because of your depth. Thank you for joining me on this journey. If this resonated with you, hit that like button, subscribe for more timeless wisdom, and drop a comment below telling us which Stoic principle you're committing to today. Remember, the most important journey is not towards someone else. It's the one that takes you deeper into your own soul. Until next time, stay wise, stay grounded, and above all, stay you.